Hello, lovers and friends. You are watching From Justin to Amelia, Conscious Conversations.
Where a real couple discusses
all the things men and women argue about
and even break up over.
And in this episode, we talk about commitment, making the relationship official.
And what separates the boys from the men?
And the girls from the women. Enjoy!
I remember dating, it was just very, very confusing for me because different people were willing to commit at different levels, and people weren't even calling it dating. They were calling it, oh, well, we're talking, or we're seeing each other. What's next? We're vicinitizing. We just happen to be in the same general vicinity at the same time because we're too afraid to just say that we're on a date. It's just so confusing out there to be single these days, and we just want to clear things up. And for me, and for all my women out there, or any men going through this, what does it mean when a man really chooses to commit? Like, what is that process like? Like, what's the difference between him walking away and saying, sorry, I'm not the guy for you, or even just ghosting on you and never saying anything again, or saying, no, you're the one I want to be with? Like, what is that like? Because I still feel like I don't get it, even though we're together now.
So that is the thing that tends to separate the boys from the men. Commitment is sacrifice, giving time, energy, and effort. It's trying. It's a promise. It's something that's sacred. A lot of times, young males are afraid of commitment. I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I was afraid to commit to anything. I was afraid to commit to getting up on time. Committing yourself to someone is, it takes the highest version of yourself. My experience with our relationship, we were going through what any other couple would go through. I was sending out mixed messages.
We were dating for a month before we made it Facebook official. And I like how he said what separates the boys from the men is that commitment and being able to step into that ownership of the relationship. And what separates the girls from the women, one of the things is the willingness to open my heart and be vulnerable and make a choice that's right for me, regardless of what anyone else thinks, including the man I'm dating. Before he even knew it, I knew that I wanted to be with him, and I knew that he was the only one I wanted to date, and I knew that I wanted it to be exclusive, and I knew that I wanted to see where it would go. However, I know that it is important for men to make that decision on their own without needing to be coerced or forced or manipulated or nagged or anything. And I also had enough self-love that I didn't care to force or manipulate or hint at him to make me his girlfriend. I already knew in my mind he was my boyfriend. In my mind, he was the one I was committed to. And that was enough for me. And what was confusing, though, was he would say things like, there's so many things that I want to do with you. I really see myself having a lot of fun and us doing all these great things in the future. Just give me time. And I would just say, okay. And he would keep saying these things to me. And I started feeling confused, like, why do you keep asking me for time? I'm not even forcing you or talking about anything. I had to be like, okay, like, what are you talking about? What do you want? He got very defensive and was like, what are you trying to say? You're trying to force me into something? And I was like, no, I'm trying to say that I'm confused and I don't like being confused. So would you care to clear up the confusion? At that point, I was willing to let him go and figure his stuff out. I will be here when you decide, but I might not be here because I'm not necessarily going to wait. That's my side of the story. I'm going to let him tell the other side of it.
Man, how do you follow up to that, guys? Jeez, yeah, so basically she called me out. You know, it was time to man up and stepped up to the plate. You know, was it really that time? Was I ready? It was all about who she was being. She was being very authentic and very wholehearted. And I realized that, all right, this is the woman that I'm going to be with. And right after that, I asked her, I said, do you want to be my girlfriend?
And we made a Facebook official. Hashtag.
So, lovers and friends, that was our episode about relationships, making the commitment, and making it official. And I want you to know that it's not really about becoming Facebook official as the goal. and finding some external validation in that. Really, the question that I want you to ask yourself is, what does commitment really mean to you? And what are you willing to do? And what are you not willing to back down from?
Yeah, guys, and when she calls you out, it's all about stepping up and being who you want to be and really being there for her.
So if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, comment below, let us know what you think, and most importantly, subscribe. Tell them the website.
From Justin to Amelia.com.
See you soon. Bye.
I like white because we look matchy.